Tonight on Alaska's news source, a pedestrian in Anchorage is killed in an early morning hit and run, where police say the preliminary investigation shows the person was. Plus, U.S. Congress members may be tightening their own security after Charlie Kirk's death, while a celebration of life for him was held in Wasilla.
And flood watches remain in the southern panhandle, with rainy conditions shifting into south central.
You're watching Alaska's news source.
One person was killed in a hit and run in Anchorage early this morning in the area of Minnesota and Northern Lights. APD says the preliminary investigation indicates the driver of a mid-sized sedan was going north on Minnesota and hit a pedestrian who was on the sidewalk. APD says the car then hit another vehicle while leaving the area. The pedestrian died at the scene. A suspect has been arrested and charged with multiple things, including manslaughter and DUI. Roads in the area were closed but have reopened. And Ketchikan's 3rd Avenue Bypass Road is now reopened. It was closed from Washington Street to Copper Ridge Lane yesterday afternoon because of heavy rainfall. Just more than a year ago, a deadly landslide happened in part of that area after heavy rain. This afternoon, Ketchikan says the road reopened after an inspection. City staff will be monitoring the area since more rainfall is expected. And fall is only 2 days away, but we've already been feeling those fall-like conditions. Bailey, what's our weekend forecast?
I mean, with fall coming, it is also the wettest time of year, and it's the rainiest season. So we're just going to continue to see more of that, both in southeast and in south central. So just looking ahead at our expected rainfall, we're going to see about ½ an inch more rain going into southeast for tomorrow. And then, of course, that's also very similar to what we're going to be seeing in south central as well. But just the southern region of Alaska in general is going to get a little bit more rain from a low pressure system that's moving on in. And even looking at our time lapse from today, you can see the low level of those clouds and just all of the moisture kind of residing there. But of course, that rain kind of cleared out earlier this morning. We saw mostly sunny skies for the day. But of course, that's not going to last very long, because heading into tomorrow, we're going to see a lot more showers on the way. Tomorrow's going to be much rainier than today was, because today obviously wasn't very rainy. But we're going to see a high temperature tomorrow in the mid-50s, and then of course more of that rain on the way. So you're going to see some more of that rain moving in overnight tonight for Anchorage, and then that's going to pretty much last throughout the day tomorrow. But most of that rain especially is going to hit in the afternoon. So you could kind of see that little spike of rain moving on through between 3 and 5. That's really what we're going to start to see for tomorrow. So with our autumn viewing, you already know it's that time of year with the peak fall colors, so I just had to include this. But South Central is already starting to see the peak of those fall colors, so make sure that when it's not raining, you get outside, go hiking, see all those beautiful fall colors. But of course, those colors aren't quite there for Southeast just yet, but they will be in the upcoming weeks. But of course, looking statewide, we're seeing more rainy conditions moving through the southern region of Alaska for South Central and of course for Southeast. And we're going to see a little bit of the shift in moisture going into the interior, but not nearly as much rain as what we're going to see in South Central. Just some light scattered showers happening for the interior, but otherwise mostly cloudy skies ahead.
Some members of the nation's Congress are working on tightening their own security after Charlie Kirk's death. There was a measure in the House this week that would allow senators to use the money meant for their offices and staff instead for security purposes. And some House members are pushing for an increase in security funding too. And in Wasilla today, people gathered for a celebration of life for Charlie Kirk.
'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
It was held at the Veterans Memorial. A few dozen people attended. Songs like Amazing Grace and God Bless America were sang and prayers were given. People talked about what impact Kirk had on them. Organizer Karen Gordon says her objective for the celebration of life was to bring the Wasilla community together.
This is for everyone who has been violently murdered, from all the small children to our leaders. And we just need to stop, regardless of what side you're on.
In Arizona, a memorial for Kirk is scheduled for tomorrow, and there was trouble at the stadium where it is planned to take place. A man was arrested yesterday after he went inside the building. He is facing charges of impersonating a law enforcement officer and carrying a weapon into a prohibited place. He has since been released on bond. The Secret Service is investigating and says he was acting suspicious. President Trump and Vice President Vance are expected to attend the memorial service. And still ahead, heart health in Alaska is on some minds. This weekend, we take you to Anchorage's Heart Run.
You're watching Alaska's news source.
Caught on camera, it's a sight you hope you don't see every day. In case you missed it, Jace Bertrand talked with some people who found bears where they shouldn't be.
While most bears are spending the next few weeks packing on the pounds before winter, a few are venturing beyond their beaten path. In Ketchikan, responding to reports of a car horn honking early Thursday morning, police were surprised upon arrival.
And they found that actually there was a bear in both front seats, kind of like they were going for a joyride. And had they not been honking that horn, I think they'd have been stuck in there quite a bit longer.
Chief Eric Matson said officers were able to contact the car's owner, who remotely opened its rear door, freeing the bears. While the car's interior was damaged, police say no injuries were reported. It's rare, but not a new experience for Matson.
Bears in vehicles, I think maybe a couple of times we've seen it this summer so far. I've heard of it before in outside of city limits, but it's certainly not the first and probably not the last that we're going to see or respond to a call like this.
Meanwhile, in New Jersey, real estate agent Sean Clarkin filmed an encounter with a black bear roaming his local grocery store.
As I looked down the aisle, I saw the bear walking past the aisle. And eventually when the bear got to the corner, he made the turn and started walking towards me. He looked up at me and I just said, I think I dropped a couple of F-bombs and, you're a big ugly guy, you know what I mean? And he just started following me.
Clarkin said he helped store staff lure the bear outside where officers waited.
Clear the front of the store. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. At no point did I feel that the bear was aggressive in any way or shape or form. I think the bear just wanted to get the hell out of the store, and I did my best to help him find the door.
Encounters like these can serve as a reminder to stay bear aware.
Don't leave food, trash, anything that would be an attractant to them that's not secured. So if they're smelling something inside of a vehicle, I'm sure they're going to try those door handles and get inside those as well.
But if a bear does find its way behind the wheel, we know it won't need a map, because it'll have its own bearings. Jace Bertrand, Alaska's news source.
Part of the Alaska's News Source crew was at Anchorage's Heart Run and Walk today. Our very own John Thompson emceed the event. The event is a health Anchorage tradition spanning many years. We spoke with an Anchorage cardiologist this week who says the right time to start taking care of your body is now. He says the risk of heart disease decreases when you keep your body active. The Heart Run is a way for the community to come together and get active.
Thanks for listening. Click subscribe so you can get the latest podcast from Alaska's News Source automatically. And stay up to date with breaking news and in-depth reporting available for free 24/7 with the Alaska's News Source app.